Well, g'day tubes, how's she hanging? All pretty good here, pretty good here. So today we got a little bit of a mix mash of stuff for you. We're gonna do a couple of things. We're gonna do some plug wiring first. On our welder generator extension cord tryout kind of guy, we're gonna go hook that up and see if the generator will run my welder. I know it's probably not gonna run at full tilt. I don't even know if it's gonna run it. Honestly, so it's an experiment, but a little bit of an expensive experiment if it's not going to work, but if it works, that's all good. Now we have a power up here to weld with. So there was a suggestion to use my cables up there that go out to the trailer, which yeah, I could. I don't know if I really want that much amperage running through my house, if you know what I mean, from the far end to this end to outside to the shed. It's a long way to run it. Plus I would have to plug in from the outside of the house where the trailer plugs in and run that all the way down to like the shop or the garage or the sheddy thing there, or just weld outside. I guess I could do that, but don't think I want to do that because it'd be raining and stuff. But anyways, so we're gonna make a little cord here and try and see if that'll work. So we got a fresh cord here. It's kind of a shame. We'll have to cut this end off because this is the end we need for our welder. The female goes in there, so we'll have to cut this guy off and put this guy on, and I don't know if it's going to work. It might not be enough. I know the generator itself isn't enough amperage for that welder, but it's not very often we're like juicing it real hard, right? So yeah, you can see, well, let's get this thing off here. We can figure out these twisty tie guys. So we got a couple of things to do today. We gotta see if this is gonna work. Get this wired up and then see if it's gonna work. And there we go. So we gotta chop. I gotta leave some here, so in case I ever want to join to it again, I can. I don't ever think I'll have to, but I'm gonna leave like a foot and a bit here, maybe, so I'll have enough to splice back to another plug if I wanted to. I do have like another plug like this. I picked one up here. And that's it there, so in case I do ever want to go back to it. This is actually a wall mount one, but I think you could still kind of use it as that. But so yeah, this is a pretty thick wire. This is a 3 times 8 gauge. I think that's what it means. Three wire and 8 gauge. So it's pretty thick stuff. I imagine inside here you can almost, it's magnified a little bit, but you can almost see in there how they've done that. It's kind of neat how they put all it in there and then it molds to it, I guess. So cutting this probably is not going to be a whole lot of fun with like pliers and stuff. So I brought my big bolt cutters. I don't know if that's going to do anything to it, but let's get her hooked up here and give her a shot, I guess. Alright, so I don't know if this is going to cut this or not. It might not even open wide enough. These are meant for cutting off steel bolts, not frickin' steel cable, wire cables. So, well, I think we just swamaged it more than anything. Pretty good torque on them things. We'll see if we can hit her the opposite way here now. Maybe making a new pinch spot. These are pretty good at cutting bolts, but maybe not so good at cutting this stuff. But what a shame we have to do this to a nice new cord. Oh shit, I cut the wrong end off. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking ya. Come on, metal fatigue. She's almost through. And then we gotta figure out how much of this outside insulation to peel off. Okay, I'm gonna need something cut now, I think. Oh, interesting. I love when people steal my tools. I had cutters, now I'm down to these things. They're not really good for cutting, but... freaking have to lock my toolbox up, I guess. Okay, so we just got some t-shirt material left. It wasn't too bad. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for some tools here, I guess. Somebody has raided my toolbox. Isn't that fantastic? Alright, so let's grab our cable guy here. Okay, so we're gonna need a Phillips. And we'll just take the main body off here. Okay, that can stay off there. Now we got to work on this guy. This is the thing that you crimp down and holds the cord. Hopefully it's gonna have enough room, because this is, ooh, might have to do a wee bit of a modification to it, because I don't think it's gonna hold that in there. Unless I just chop it all. You're supposed to put the black stuff in here, basically. Right inside like that kind of thing, but this stuff is not gonna fit. So what I might have to do is shave it back past there and to just pinch the wires themselves, and you're not supposed to do it that way, but these things sometimes are removable. Pull, what's that say? Turn and pull. That's just telling you how to. Yeah, those things are usually removable in here. Those are like the things that bite in to hold it, but I don't think this is even going to fit. Oh, geez, this might not fit at all. I might have to just carve all this right out of here, because I don't even know if it's going to fit through that hole very well. Well, just barely, maybe. We'll just barely fit that. So I'm going to have to do some carving, I guess, here. Carve this a little bit deeper out there. So, okay. Should have steel gloves on, because I'll probably end up cutting my fingers off here. I don't actually know if I want to use this thing as a carving tool or something else. Don't really have much else. I've got another pair of side cutters. Someone didn't return my other ones, so you can maybe fudge it all out with that, because that's not going to fit through it anyways. Fun. It's not really meant for this kind of wire, I guess, which means this end is probably not meant for that wire, but they don't usually come too much more heavier dutier than what I've got here. But we're not running our full tilt like I was saying anyway. So. Oh, I really don't like these kind of knives. They are quite dangerous. Needle nose might help. Customizations, eh? Customizations. Okay, how does that look there now? Well, it's coming. Still gonna need some though. Might have to get the old Dremel out. It's quite stiffened, but it's rubbery though too. Can't quite get that in there, but alright, I think we're better now. Now the top one. Top one is probably going to be same problem, but I might go grind that out with something else. Okay, I think we got that down where I want it. Oh, that's the wrong end. That was a test, but that's holding in pretty good there. So, okay, so that can come out again. I just took this other side over. I got a small bench grinder, really small, and even this was like killing it. So, yeah, it's pretty small. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is not the fun part because I've done lots of these before, but not really this kind of size of stuff. This stuff's pretty freaking huge. So, basically what I want to do, now the only reason, just trying to think now, why? Oh yeah, that's right. I have to do it this way because this is for the 220 side. The other one, it's actually a 3-wire, but it's only 125 volts, or 110 volt, 125 volts. So I got to do it this way, but I'm not going to have a white neutral wire, and I hope that's okay because I guess that's... I'm a little perplexed for the second here, but I mean this is 220, but 220. I just got myself a little bit of a brain fart going on here. Yeah, 250 volts. Okay, so this should work. Because technically it's only 2 wires coming in and then a ground. Okay, we're gonna try it anyways. I'm sure the generator will tell me if it doesn't like that. So, okay, so the best way to do this is to get stuff cut back a little bit and enough that you can fight these guys in. Now these do go in, geez, hopefully these things will fit in this plug. It's pretty small itself. But let's get her skinned open here, I guess, and we'll see what we gotta do here. Try to get down between the two of them. This is the part I don't like, is the skin in this way, because you cut through and then you cut too far and then you cut into your wiring. I think I'm okay though. Well, that's a big jacket on this stuff. Holy crap, that's thick. It's like, really? So we've got lots of insulation stuff on the inside here as well. I hope this is going to work on this plug. It should. I mean, it's 220, so it just doesn't have huge amperage out of it. But, well, I'll give it a shot here. I might blow it up, who knows. Oh, my luck. Probably will. Okay, so that hopefully should be enough. Jab in there, and then jab this guy on first. Might have to shred her down a little more, but boy, I don't know if these are gonna fit in there. That's a pretty big wire. That's pretty thick, beefy stuff. Wow, even this stuff's super thick. Hard to cut too. Hard to get off. Oh my God. Too bad Welder needs such huge power, eh? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, green is ground. I believe that screw is right out. Wow, there's not much room there. I might have to drill those out too. I think we're good though. I'm gonna need this guy back in the screwdriver. Kinda don't like that there. It seems to be stripping it. Maybe it's tight enough already because it's so huge. Tight. No, that didn't work. What the crap's going on here? Silly thing. What is going on here? Doesn't seem to want to screw in. Huh. Okay, well, let me have a look at this for a second, I guess. Wow, it's pretty bad when I gotta take the whole bloody thing apart because someone's cranked that screw down so hard that it's like stripping itself out. Jeez. That is not right. Okay. Now we're good. How about the rest of them? That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. Okay, let me throw her back together. We'll try this again. Okay, let's try this all again here. Green goes into the ground. Green is ground. And that's more better. Not a very good screw in there, but come on, baby. So that'll do, I guess. That's holding better. Okay, so we're not going to use the white, which I still feel is kind of weird, but anyway, like white on here anyway. So we need to use X and Y. Why? Because. Now, I'm not sure which one is which here. It looks like white is on the big one on the welder. I don't understand that. I guess that's just to differentiate the welders. So we're going to try to get these jamboreed in here at once. A bit of a fight though, but just jam them in. Switch back to my other one here. Just a little bit more positive of a grab. So my other job I was hopefully going to do today was give the pressure washer a little test that we put that pump onto. But I don't know if we're going to get that far or not today. Well, maybe I have to leave that for another day. I put oil in it, so. What am I tightening that one up for? I guess that's a good idea anyways, but. Boy, sure helps to have good strong hands. Okay, those seem all good. Now the test to get this feller on, and it's got to line up with a notch in here and a notch on this body. About like that. Then we can screw down the body to the plug. They're pretty crappy screws they put on these. This is just a Princess Auto Power Fist Chinese. Hopefully it doesn't catch fire. Cheapy, crappy kind of plug, but they do have to meet a certain standard, I do believe, to be sold into this country. I'm hoping. They don't put very good screws on it, but it's not the screw part that we're worried about for safety, it's the parts and the parts inside, right? Okay, feels pretty good there. And looks like we're good. We're right into about here with insulation. So we can give this a tighten too. Another thing that might be crappy is the quality of the plastic. Might be kind of crappy. Funny thing is, I've already got a cord like this sort of made up for the generator to the house for the backup power. And I could have just popped that end off and then put the welding this end on it too, but I thought, what the heck. Okay, so we're corded. We are good to go. We'll head her outside, get the gen pulled out. I got the welder on my little trailer already. Hook everything up, fire it up, let the generator warm a bit, see if we can weld anything. Oh, alright, you can see I got a couple more blocks ready to go. I haven't done a whole lot of pouring. I've got 4 of the triangles, 6 of squares, so we're working on it. I've actually built another form today, a 24 by 24. That's to go on the other side of our shitty old deck there to make a little bit of a cementy, platformy kind of place to put the picnic table on. So 24 by 24 ought to be a bit of mixing. I think I'm just going to leave the welder on the trailer. I'm just going to move it to the end here so I can adjust the settings off the table here when I have to, but we probably should just check the oil. I think it should be fine, but hey, you never know, right? Well, it should be in here. There's a pull starter back up. So they got a little frame marking on it already. That's interesting. The oil filler's there. It's electric start, but good to double check oil. Well, it's getting kind of darkish, almost like it's needing a change, but I see the levels up, so oh, for corn flakes. Are you kidding me? What's going on here? It's not like it's not lubed up enough. Oh my goodness. What is going on here with this thing? It looks stripped. That's weird. There we go. Huh. So yeah, power start, but it's got a backup pull cord in case your battery's dead. So, all right. So we'll fire them up. Fire them up and let them warm up a little bit, and we'll get our cords ready. The generator, the welder turned around. We've got half a tank of fuel. Idle on, just let it sit there and warm, and get things in order here. Okay. Let's see if I got everything set here on the gen. I don't have the welder on, but I think it should be all right. Everything's on. 220. It's already on this plug for. Okay. 120 only. 220. So when we turn this on, we should hear a click and the light come on. That's That's good. Now I got it cranked right up right now. I'm going to start down at 22 gauge or number 1. The wire speed the same. Make sure we turn our gas on. Make sure we have gas. Yeah, about 18 or so 100 psi there, so that should be good. We'll put you guys up on the tripod here and see what speed 1 does. I'm just gonna yell out, oh, speed 2, oh, speed 3, whatever, right up to, well, I usually weld in around that speed 7 to 8, which is like 1/8 inch stuff. It's not very often I go to like the 10, which is 3/8, but we're gonna try it and see what it'll do. I'm gonna leave the eco idle on, I think. And we'll see what happens here. I got some small 2x2 stuff that I gotta weld together first. Weld back together, we'll say. We're just on speed 1, like I say there, and we can do this or not. It'll be alright, but you never know. It up and down with that, so I'm going to turn the eco throttle off. That didn't seem to have a problem with speed 1. 2, which is 20 gauge. What happened? That seemed to make it work a little bit. Anyways, you can hear it kind of burr a little bit. It's not bad, but it needs a little more heat. We're going to go to 14 gauge. That seemed good, made it work pretty good. We're getting close to where I kind of usually am using the welder, so that's good. 6, which is kind of between 14 gauge and 1/8 inch material. This should weld it together pretty good. That seems perfect. So I'll give you a show here of so far what we've done on the piece. Okay, so that first crappy little bit is that speed 1, 22 gauge. We got into speed 2, 20 gauge. Warm, so it's actually making good power. Get that thing just to stay there, that'd be nice. So speed 3, 18 gauge, speed 4. 16 gauge. We're into, I missed one there maybe, but we're into 6 right now, which is between 14 and 1/8. So I'm going to do the rest here, and I'm going to crank it up to 7, which is between 1/8 and 3/16. Well, that, and then we got enough, I think, to go right to the 1/4 inch and then 3/8 for the last side and see if the generator will do that or not. See, I brought some stuff here too to weld as if I was welding on bucket ears. This is the kind of one I didn't ever use, so I might just, you know, weld that on there or something just to give the real thick, because that would be the only stuff that I'm welding that's really super thick. So let's give her a try on number 7 here. That's about normally roughly where I run it. Okay, so this. Keep the throttle off. This would be almost getting even too hot for this 1/4 inch stuff, or 1/8 inch stuff. Doesn't seem to mind that too much. That's a nice weld. Just have a look at that while we're here. So that's I'd say number 7, like into the 3/16 stuff. So it's a little high, but we'll try turning it up to number 8 now, which is almost a 1/4 inch. Give that a shot. Oh, that was the welder sticking. I thought I blew the circuit. Sticking to my gun here. Stuff. Next nozzle dip, that'll maybe help. Sometimes these things act up. Seems like it's working it, but you know what? That's welding at number 8. That's welding at number 8. I just welded a stripe up thing there just to, you know, try her out there, and it's not terrible bad. I'm a little out of practice perhaps, but geez, we're almost to full tilt here. We got 9 and 10 left. There's 9, and that's like 1/4 inch 3/8, which is almost maximum for this welder, so we're doing pretty good. Ooh, that's maybe a bit much. Awesome, I think this is going to work fine. Yay, welding projects. Yay, welding projects. Look at that, eh? That's number 9. And number 10, 3/8. Juice it! Juice it! Juice it. Okay, so we're going to try welding on this guy onto maybe that guy there and see, you know, that could be a potential bucket or whatever. Major welding, it's bigger than I would do, right? So we'll see what we can do here. Maximum welding. Gotta spot weld it on first. Oh, it sped up. That was cool. Except the weld broke off. I just got so excited. I never actually heard it speed up faster. It's interesting. I don't know if I really wanted to do that too often. I'm going to try weld the back side here though. Make sure you guys are in the shot. Yeah, pretty good. I just want to keep the sparking away from the camera, right? So I'm going to weld up the back side on number 10 here. And I'm going to go back on number 9 and see how that works. So it didn't seem to speed it up on 9 there. Oh no, I'm stuck. Put a new tip in this thing. to pop the circuit. Overload alarm! Overload alarm! Okay, we can't weld on number 10. Well, that's okay, because I never use it anyway. 9 is lots. I don't know what I do about that now, but hopefully I didn't fry it. Nope, she's off. Well, we'll shut her off for a minute. Maybe it'll reset itself when it cools off. Maybe I should have left it running a little bit longer, but that's okay. So she won't do 10. I can understand that because it did actually higher than it probably should have. So that's a bit too much, maybe. I guess you just have to reset it. Welder's back on there now. I'm at number 8 where I normally am, so I'm gonna give her a little bit of a run here. Nothing's hot, so that's good. I'm gonna give her a little bit of a run here on number 8. That's kind of generally where I'm at. I don't generally use 10 at all. That would be that full 212 amps. So I'm gonna bring this back inside a little bit, just keep the sparks away. And we'll just zoom in a little bit as I'm going here. It's gonna be really bright, but we'll try welding this whole side on number 8 and see if it keeps going. Well, if it does, we're good. Yep. Turn it. Okay, so I'm actually on 1/8 right now. That's generally, like I say, where I'm running at. Sometimes I get into number 3/16 there, or number 8, but it's number 7 roughly I'm at. So that's not terrible bad for running off a generator, I don't think. You know, if you're on a full 50 amp circuit, you'd be running that maybe at that number 9-ish or something and doing it all at once. But I just don't like the way it's even higher, right? So I mean, you can do another pass to that too, right? And then you'd be all good. So I might do another pass on the bottom and then one on the top, and then we would say we'd call that good to go here. So, but it's running pretty good. I think it'll work fine if we have welding something to do up here. It's not too bad. Alright, I think that'd be more than strong enough for if you're doing a bucket or whatever. That's pretty warm. It's definitely getting some penetration there, so I'd be happy with that. Sweet, that'll work good. Pretty pretty happy with it. I wasn't too happy with it on the speed 10 there, because you know, I could feel it overloaded it, so that's not a good thing. But nice, we got the generator freaking cable cord plug guy here now, so that'll work good. Just shut her all down, and I probably won't keep it up here though, but anyways, we can bring it up if we need it. There we go. Pretty happy with that. And our Chinese plug works pretty good. Nothing's warm at all. It's just stone cold, so that's really good. There's no resistance there. Nice. That'll work awesome. Alright, I was pretty happy with that test with the welder and the generator worked good. Make sure that's off. Yep. So we're just going to give the pressure washer a little test here. We're just going to pull her up the hill and see if she works. A new pump on her there in the winter, remember? And I had a few concerns about it, but hopefully it's all right. It's got oil in it now, so we should be good. So let's try her out.